Hi everyone and welcome back to Rachel's Enchanting Cakes. Now for today's quick tutorial, I'm going to be showing you in depth how to use the 4-inch round frost foam kit with red Swiss Meringue Buttercream to make this adorable Christmas postbox. I have then piped on top some American Buttercream to give it a more snow-like effect. We have white chocolate icicles. And the only fondant that you actually see on there is the black rim around the base, the part where you would post the letter, and the white section just underneath. As always, everything you need to know in a simple step-by-step format. Let's make a start. If you are new to frost foam, this is what you will receive in your kit. You will have a foam. This is the liner. This is what makes everything work. Then here we have the foam base and another liner just so the cake does not get stuck. And finally, just in the background, you will have a crumb cutter. This will allow you to cut the cake the perfect size and take off the crust just around the edges. Take the 4-inch cutter and start by cutting out individual pieces of cake. Here I'm using sheet cake, however, you can easily bake 4-inch round cakes and then you would use this cutter to just cut off the crusts on the outside and make sure they are levelled up. You then want to take the former and add some buttercream to this. This is how we're going to start putting our cake together. On top of this, place the 4-inch round liner and then add another small amount of buttercream. This is just to secure the cake into place for when we add that beautiful red Swiss meringue. I add my first slice of cake and then a layer of buttercream. You could use buttercream and jam if you choose to. Make sure each layer of buttercream is as flat as possible. If you want to, you can place a dowel in the centre of this for more support. And in total, I used 4 layers of cake. I then crumb coat the cake. You can see me doing this on the left hand side of the screen. And on the right hand side, just so this can all set and hold its shape, I wrap the liner all the way around the cake. You then want to take the metal 4-inch cutter that comes with the set and place this directly over the liner. This is now ready to go in a fridge. Allow that buttercream to go lovely and hard, and then we will be filling this with that beautiful Swiss meringue buttercream. My buttercream has set and I have placed the former directly on top of a glass. The liner has been washed. Now you simply want to wrap this around the former base. You will notice the actual former is below the cake right now. Gently guide the liner directly into the former and then you simply want to lift up. When you lift this up, the cake will go into the former perfectly and will be bang central in the middle, and this is now ready to use with our Swiss meringue buttercream. It's really never been so easy to get flawless cakes. Okay, so you want to follow the measurements on the packet. I am using cake cream. Now this is actually shipped worldwide. It creates this really vibrant, vivid red Swiss meringue buttercream. I halved the recipe, so this is enough in the bag to actually make an 8-inch cake, but I'm only doing a 4-inch, so I halved it and I still had a little bit left over. As you can see on the left-hand side of the screen, first of all, I beated the butter until it was lovely and soft. I then mixed in the cake cream. I treated it like icing sugar because I didn't want it to go everywhere. You then want to beat it on high just for a couple of minutes so it's all well incorporated. Finally, you need to add some warm water. Now this is when the colour really comes to life. If you already think that's red, adding the warm water, it's like magic. You don't want it too hot, you don't want it cold, it needs to be warm water, and I would recommend beating this for about 5 to 10 minutes, and it really is as quick and as easy as that to make a vivid red Swiss Meringue Buttercream. Using really deep piping bags, start by piping on either side of the cake. This is just to help prevent the cake from accidentally moving whilst you're applying all of this pressure. You then simply push down on the piping bag. This does get a little bit messy until all of the sides of the cake is completely covered. The liner will do the rest of the work for you. Now, because this is only a small frost form kit, I did not have a scraper for the top, so I just used the back of a spoon. However, we are going to be adding snowflakes, so the top does not need to be perfect. Once it has set, so it's been left in the fridge overnight, or if you're in a rush, you've placed it in the freezer, you first of all release it from the former, so I used the glass. You then simply peel to reveal, and it really is as simple and as easy as that. Now I'm going to show you how to decorate it. First, I add a small rectangular shape of black fondant. I've simply cut this out freehand using a small amount of buttercream. Then, using some pre-made white chocolate, I simply go around the top rim as a drip effect, so it's a bit like icicles. You want to go all the way around the top. Using simple round tips and white American buttercream of different sizes, remember you could just cut the ends off disposable piping bags. Simply pipe on the top and the sides of the cake. On the left hand side you can see me add a strip of fondant to the base of the post box, and on the right I'm simply adding an indentation into the top section. I have to apologise because my head accidentally got in the way of the camera. For the last few finishing touches, I use a piece of white fondant. You can see me apply this on the left hand side, again using some buttercream. And on the right hand side you will have noticed I've also piped more little snowballs just around the base of the post box. Now, just to add the perfect finishing touch, using some normal caster sugar, or even better granulated, simply sprinkle a small amount on the top and also around the base. It will just help the light hit it and give it that extra bit of magical sparkle.